Howdy, folks. Do not panic. Do not panic. All is good. And welcome here, everybody. We made it to Lepis Hockey. If you found us at just the right time. We are starting here now at the Masters Inline World Cup 2017. And just in time for the last match of the day. And the last match that we'll be streaming on this live stream channel, put together graciously by the local gents who've come out to help and support hockey in this region and this superb level that we've been seeing on display here in Bolzano in the north of Italy. And you tune in for the locals, the hosts. And an outstanding side currently, Team Italia. Playing a dynamic, forechecking, lively, and enthusiastic group of Americans. And the game is underway. Waste no time. Settle in. Kick back. I hope you guys are out there and have joined me. Those of you from the US of A who've tuned in to watch your friends and family, your folks, to come and play. They've played hard and they've played well to get here, and they've earned their place in this semi-final. Slap shot. Whoa! Bounced off the keeper, flipped up on its edge, and but for one little bounce, would have been potted into the wide open windows. The Italian team are right back at him. A little bit of a trip from behind there, no call from the keeper. The Italians gather the puck again. Well, I hope you've managed to take some time. Americans, Italians, and all the hockey fans anywhere who have tuned in to see this semi-final. I hope you can spend some time and join us, because this fantastic semi should be brilliant to watch. And the reason is these two sides are so particularly evenly matched. Watch for this really similar style in hockey that you'll see displayed before you. Both of these teams are rapid, fast-paced, skillful stick handlers. Dangerous, tenacious, forechecking, aggressive, lively, physical. The Italians earlier on doing what no one thought anyone could do, which was beat a strengthened and buoyed Team Canada, who are playing their gritty style of heads up and tough hockey, but the Italian flair, class, brilliance, and artistry undid them. And Canada did not make it up into this high sides after the quarters earlier today. USA did, however. During the test of the special relationship, an ever increasing in skill and ability GB side, still not quite up to the pace and power needed to beat the very best. And here we are now with these semi-finalists, one of which will go on to play the Czech Republic in the final, in the last match tomorrow, when we return to Zone Multimedia, XONE Multimedia, for the full package. And I'm hoping to get a couple of these chaps up here into the booth to have a chat with them, either pre or post game, and you can hear from them their own perspectives on the games that they've been playing and these championships. And don't take my word for it. You can hear directly from their mouths how much they appreciate that everyone has made the sacrifice in time and effort to come out here and play so well and so honorably. And they do a great service to this sport and a great service to sports in general. So enjoy, everybody. The view count's creeping up. And messages are coming in, especially from the Americans who have really taken this level of sport and this particular brand of it to heart. And I know they've got heaps of supporters cheering and watching them. And right there, just getting caught and fairly apologizing. Not meaning it, but knowing he's got to go and sit for that. He'll be upset with himself for that. Shaking his head a little bit. And he'll come and sit on the bench. And the Italians will get the first power play of this semi-final, the last match of the day. Day 4 of the World Masters Inline Championships. The only Masters Inline Hockey. 38 years of age and over only. But no less the competitors. Experience, if not physical skill, but great hockey brains and even greater hockey hearts. And Team USA and the Italians, perfect representatives of every bit of that. Here we are in their semi-final, and I'm really looking forward to this clash. That's such similar styles, same pace, same awareness. Watch for the Italians to try and really get a good passing game going in the transition through the neutral zone. Watch for the Americans to forecheck really high. The Italians don't mind getting a little bit physically aggressive, so there will be a little bit of shoulder to shoulder. Yanks up for that. So this could be really spicy. Means a lot to the Italians. These are the local heroes. Dangerous. Shot coming in. Tested. And the Buffalo doing his breakdancing maneuvers yet again. Jamie Buffalino, a gentleman of the game. And I've always got time for one of his interesting stories. I wonder what story he'll have to tell after today's matches. It'll be a good one if they manage to survive the onslaught of this Italian power play. Slap shot again. Dangerously accurate, the Italians here, but just not quite being able to find a gap in this very, very tightly controlled element of the American defense. And number 2, Watanabe, using his stick handling skills and not quite being able to get the better of the Italians. Sans stick. Fresh legs all the way around. Americans stretching, they can do this. So can the Italians. Yoda using the force. But it's not enough. The Italians go forward quickly. Smart shot. Wrister bounces off the Buffalo. Both of these sides, maybe now that things have just slightly cooled down, I think that finally, Buffalino dealing with that one pretty easy. Finally, the administrators of this Pala Onda Arena in Bolzano have loosened off some of their health and safety regulations and finally decided to open up a few of the fire doors to let a little bit of air in. And I can just, I mean, it isn't much, don't get me wrong. But at least a little bit of a breeze. So things have cooled down a little bit, and in a way that might help out these players, put a little bit of zip and a little bit more pace in the wheels, which will mean that this match should be brilliant, end-to-end stuff. The Italians have much to prove. They struggled last year in this very same matchup. Struggled to make the impact that they really wanted to at their home championships here in Italy again for the second time for logistical reasons. So difficult to find venues of this class and quality able to hold a games such as this, especially now that it's grown ever more, bigger, important, and quite special. It is currently the really big Masters competition, over 38s, and now also the over 45s, a competition which is also ongoing in our neighbor village just up the mountain valley in the Dolomite Hills of northern Italy. The Italians here really turning on, putting on the pressure there. Pace, Buffalino, unbeatable. Really on form. Hands go up. So Italy will take another advantage. 5 go out. Can Italy start to get a little bit confident as they zip the puck around? They're good at this. Just as good at it as the French. There's the touch. Americans weather that storm under a lot of pressure earlier on. The Yanks are really trying to defend against some pretty high-class pressure here from Team Italia, who have come out of the blocks racing, expecting to do something special for what I seem to see as a lookout of my little tin shack in the tribune up here in the Pala Onda. Wow, we're getting on for as big as a crowd as I've seen yet, and that's no surprise. The Italians, locals coming out to see their side win. I expect a good atmosphere to start building this evening as the breeze cools down the air in here. This is dangerous from the Americans going forward. And the big unit, number 5, Yoda, pressing forward. Struggling to achieve that, stolen off of him. Italians now squeezing the Americans into their triangle. Dangerous, early shot, 2. Doubling puck in front. Buffalino, ever confident. A player of some considerable experience knows enough to take a little skate and to just consolidate and take some time so the Americans can build a defense. Knows exactly how to just do enough, settle his team down and get them back into shape. They're going to need that. Here come the Americans, forechecking even with a man down. The Italians dangerous though, left in front. They're going to have to do something special though. This keeper pretty much damn near impenetrable. Crossing pass, just catching a tip off of Yoda. Italians clever. Slap a little high and went behind. Tiki-tack. Through, shot, and it goes in. Trickles through. The goal is given. I definitely saw the net move. Thought it maybe could have been just Buffalino flying down to try and compress the puck, but it didn't do it. And the Italians strike early, strike first. After the first day in the preliminaries and seeing that the USA team, who have arrived at a really big contingency this year and did so well last year, beyond even maybe their own expectations to get to the final via the Czech Republic last year. This year looked ever so stronger, more organized, tightened up the ship, corrected mistakes, and for me, looked every bit the potential champions. Working their way through and up to this level now, just doing enough trying to conserve their energy through the heat of the days of competition we've had here. It's taken its toll on the Canadians and British team earlier today. It's taken its toll on me now as well, too. As you can tell, the fatigue is even showing. And I'm barely doing anything up here. Just chatting away while these guys are out there breaking their backsides to do it. And the Italians really breaking their backsides to clamber after every puck, showing the Americans how to play their own game. And that, for me, I think is the really most interesting thing about this game, is that you're going to see both sides forechecking. The Italians love to do a little bit of a stretch play as well, too, so they'll send someone really deep. They're really great at passing, too. They're so crisp. You get a lot of tape-to-tape stuff that looks really good at distance, and it's accurate. They'll keep the puck on the floor. But they're also quick. So there's lots of potential opportunities here. Their movement is really good too. It's hard to know which way they're going to go, but the Americans up for that. Only one goal to show for all of that. Americans racing out to get some fresh legs. And my good friend Glenn Evans, number 12, finally getting a game after serving his maybe a little bit harsh extra one-match ban. I know how good he was to have missed a match. Especially wanted to play against his old comrades and teammates in the GB team. Look how quickly they're breaking forward now. That's so dangerous. Slap shot a little wide there. It breaks. Fortunately, could have a 3-on-1 here. Everyone's skating back at speed. Patience. Oh, Bufalino, blocker. Bufalino standing right up to that onslaught. It was quick. And as predicted, the game end to end. Number 2, Watanabe. High, forechecking. But smart enough to wait and see what the Italians do first. Let's see what they can do to make a shape. Ooh, not quite well handled there. They built up an awful lot of pace first. And now the Americans will give the Italian team a little taste of their own medicine. Get some fresh legs out for themselves. Who wants it? Watanabe proving that he's just as comfortable right up at the front and way at the back and everything in between. Really likes to get some pace going, Watanabe. Really likes to attack with some force. The Italians have to scramble a little bit. Big shout out for a penalty there, but I think there was just a little bit of compression between the two players. Italy calling for fresh legs. USA maybe taking advantage of it. Looking for a gap. Keeper hobbling puck. No one wants it. It's just all alone in the middle of the park, right in front of the Italian zone. No one could exploit. Italians didn't clear. Americans didn't capitalize. And very luckily, things fall. But this crisp tape-to-tape passing of the Italians when they move forward, just getting a little bit sticky. That's a lucky break, though. This is dangerous. Backhand tried to go down. In the bottom drawer, Bufalino kicks it away. Dangerous. The Italian crowd now throwing their hands up. The Americans wondering, what are they going to get called for? He's having the conversation, and the American's going to get called for holding. Number 7, Hawkins. Doing his job on the D, trying to slow things down a little bit. Hard to get a handle on the Italians to hold them in the first place, but in the opinion of the referee, he's obviously managed to do it. The Americans need to do something to control this electric pace. The Italians are just, they're flying around. They're buzzing. Is it really already almost the end of the first period? Yes, it is. 3:18 left on the clock. Italy are 1 goal to the good. The Americans taken by surprise by being met with their very own tactics, their very own game. Run and gun, quick, pacey, just deadly, crisp passing. And the Italians building themselves into this tournament like the Americans did last year. USA, though, have got a lot of skills. They've got a lot of tools in their toolkit. Let's see what they try out now with 3 minutes and 17 left in this first period. Italy patient, wanting to strike precisely, waiting for a gap. There's not many to appear. Buffalino watching carefully, eyes sharp. Oh, and they'll take a quick, deep breath before they come back at him again. Bang! Yoda being smart and getting his stick right out of the way. Italians recover. Americans coming right out there, forechecking. Quick passing, Italians sharp, doing it again. That centering pass right to the screen player. Don't think even he expected it. Italy trying to build up together, a quick one. One-timer from just a little high in the face-off circle. Puck swings around, but gathered quickly by Italy, and back we go again. Pressure, going in deep. Where are they? Open door. Didn't strike, wanted the pass instead. No. Oh, the whistle blows. Surely not. Surely not. Surely not. I think that in this case, the it's a worthy conversation to have. The Italian captain coming over and having a worthy word with the referees. The Americans, the fans in the stadium, incandescent. They're raging. The referee is withdrawing the whistle. The Americans can't believe it. You can't take back your decision. Or was it made in error, and why? A really steady presence, number 96, the American. Coming over to try and get some more of an explanation. The Americans, the girls here, absolutely screaming, wondering what's going on. The referees still just holding their station. Rob's there, trying to make his case. Referee obviously made an error. When I saw the whistle go, for me, it was absolutely clear, no too many men. So it was a referee error. If he's amended it, in effect, justice is served. There's 16 seconds left in Hawkins' penalty. He's still sitting watching with amusement from the penalty box. Just as curious as everyone else is about what's happening. Seconds left now. Italian keeper tapping the stick to Warren. Italy still in control. Getting some tough stick checking to dispossess. Hawkins rolls out. And now Watanabe. Will he get angry and go on a charge, make a difference? Yoda. Just doesn't find the right color top there. And the Azzurri continue to hold their possession, frustrate the Yanks. As the clock winds down for seconds, only just left. And if they can do that for another 26 seconds, Italy will go to the locker room 1 goal to the good. The only goal of the game so far. Winding the clock down, Italy now, smartly. Hawkins not wanting to commit just in case that the dangerous attack for Italy could go forward smartly. 3, 2, 1. And that's the half. Take a breath. I need a break. What a wicked game. The pace is really quick. End-to-end stuff. Really interesting. It'd be interesting to hear exactly what the referee was saying there, what precisely was going on. The American captain seeking further clarification of exactly what the call was and why. Looked like he was going to blow a whistle for too many men on the Italians. But, I mean, you know, for me, as far as I could see, the player going off was practically in the air and on float into the box. So there was no infraction as far as I could see. I was saying, no way, Jose, at the time. Referee did a little instinctive blow. Maybe took it back. I'll have a chat with him, Stepan, and his decision making a little bit later and see what he was thinking about and how that came about. Maybe have a little look and see and sort of seek some clarification. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. That was intense. It's the last of the semifinals for today. It's the high semifinal on, I guess if you look at my little playoff board here that I've whipped up, thanks to some help from the print room at college. I've got on my right-hand side, USA versus Italia. The Azzurri. And with much to prove to their home fans who are building in numbers. Hockey players, GB team here out just to my left, German, Swiss. Boys are coming in front of me. Loads of other fans. The atmosphere is building. The Americans always in fine voice and shouting to the referee about the confusion over that penalty call, or not. Got a few people who are shaking their shoulders and shrugging them, saying, I don't know what he was thinking. And can the referee rescind it? I guess he can. I'll have a chat with him about it a little bit later. Just having a quick little chat with some of my GB colleagues and friends here in front. We're just having a committee meeting discussing the finer points of some of the technicalities of the rules. And the consensus seems to be that although initially the referee did blow the whistle, in my opinion in error, it was overruled by the other referee. And after a very quick discussion, then decided that the overrule was the right call, and then rescinded the original. That'll be frustrating for the Americans, who are wanting to use a little bit of their own pace and their own physicality to start imposing themselves on this game even more. They've got another minute to think about it. And think about how they're going to get a goal back, at least to lift their chins, and another to seal the deal. The winner of this will go on tomorrow in the final to meet the team that does just enough every time, the team that's got that experience to know precisely how hard to push to get themselves into that final position every single time. Welcome everybody. We're getting a few hits on the Lepis live stream. You are welcome. Americans, hockey fans in North America, friends of mine I know, aficionados of the sport in GB, all over Europe. There'll be plenty of Czechs eagerly watching this game to see how things might pan out for their final. The hockey fans here are the players, wives, girlfriends, family, and others are gathering. Locals, Italians, beginning to build and starting to fill up the stadium on this side. Maybe hearing a little bit of the word that Italy have gone 1 goal to the good as the second half begins, with the Americans in possession. Buffalino standing guard between the pipes. USA electing to maybe come back and try and stretch the Italian team. Doesn't seem to bother them though. The Italians are now just sort of chasing around a little bit, doing some puck watching of their own for a change. Seem to be quite a close marking system. So Italians one-on-one, especially in the defense. Just keeping the Americans on the board side and away from the goal. But passing like that can do something. Zinger goes wide. And the Italians recover. Oh dear, a little bit of a misstep. Smartly picked up. Good hands, the Italians. And they decide not to go forward against a lineup of 3 defenders. One of them, Limbega, number 89. A great guy to know. He's really brilliant chap to have met. Really bright smile, loves his hockey, loves being out here. And he represents his team very well. A little bit of push and shove. Some discussions going on in front of the American goal. Doriatti rubbing his face and wondering maybe why he's not coming off the better of that decision. But the referee is determined and certain. No chance. And now the Americans get, for the first time for them, a chance to capitalize with a man advantage, and they go on the power play. Atmosphere building in the Palonda Arena. No, ref says no, not a trip. Italy got to do something. They couldn't do it. The pressure was too much. The Americans don't waste any time making it count, and they equalize. A little trouble with the face-off there. Not quite getting off the mark. Tasty now. The Italians dropping their sticks. They're getting a little bit tasty now. The Americans start to physically impose themselves with that rattle. The form and the style of the Italians could be. That wasn't exactly a tape-to-tape. Look at this. American forecheck once again. High, rattling. Trying to, but not quite putting the Italians off. Dangerous coming forward here. Rister to Gioni. Only sat for a few seconds. Came straight back out and tried to redeem the cost of his penalty, which was 1 goal. And they're now even, 1 apiece. Referees setting up each face-off carefully, trying to keep it as even as they possibly can so that no team gets any more of an advantage. But they play this out fairly and squarely based on skill. Smurf going forward, faking the shot. Misses one, collected with the other. Americans playing smart and exploiting some space. Wide shot. Comes out with the momentum. Watanabe, number 2. He gets a few shifts, doesn't he? Smurf going through. Playing for that one. Really playing. Wow. I think the Italian will be wondering what's going on there. I mean, tripping, number 32, Tassati. A very experienced player for the Italians. Been with them practically from the very beginning. Maybe feeling like he was a little harshly done by there. But the referee in full view. And the Italians go short-handed. Do take the pass and absolutely make it count. The short-handed goal. And the Italian fans up on their feet, maybe thinking to themselves that justice is served without the paperwork. The American girls saying, shush, 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 everybody keep quiet. No drama here. But that's not going to be enough to quiet the fans of the Azzurri, who are now sitting on the edge of their seats, watching their team still short-handed and still in possession. I can see they're sitting on the edge of their seats, the Italians, right in front of my little tin shack in the tribune here. Another dangerous looking Italian side, short-handed. The skills, full display here. What are they going to do? Tried a little thing there. No, what about that? No deal. A little bit of drama being brought to bear here in this match. Perhaps more embellished than earned. And the Americans now can, with a bit of possession and some pressure, maybe try to take advantage. Shot. The Italians pick up the puck again. They're quick. They want everything. Gruber, 67, taking possession for a walk. Round the backyard of the Buffalino, who's maybe making some quick adjustments to his pipe work before the Americans take their time to go on the attack again. 14 seconds left in the penalty. Can they capitalize quickly? Patient. Settling in, looking for a gap. It's just as hard to beat this Italian keeper it is. The Buffalo going forward. Rister goes off the shoulder and above, and then once again the Italians scoop and pick up the scraps. Going forward, 2-on-2. Rister. And still the Italians really forechecking everything, wanting a bite of every little bit of fruit that falls. And with fresh legs, number 33 sticker goes forward. They're back to 4-on-4. The Americans are going to have to earn this the hard way. Lembiga can do it. Soki skills just running out of a little bit of steam. And Team Italy now trying to clear the decks, but can't do it. The Americans do it for them, maybe trying to be a little bit clever, but it's hard to find gaps. The Italians are on everything. Italy 2, USA 1. It's 12:43 left. There's plenty of time to go in either direction this, but the Americans have got to do the work. Another missed pass. The Italians jump on absolutely everything. A little bit of argy-bargy there as Vigioni tries to go past Smurf. And here's that stretch down this side, looking for an Italian compatriot to come and take the puck off him. Americans closing the gaps nicely in the D. Unable to scoop and pick up, and another Italian's on him. And the forecheck is telling. That's a quick pass. 1, 2, 3. Just a little wide. How did he find that angle? Stepan saying he didn't see. And there it is. What an angle that shot was. Pinged off the far post and went back in like a snooker shot, but just wicked fast on the floor. Italy showing themselves capable of playing bar billiards. Pick up sticks, fruit picking behind the American net. They're absolutely after everything. What other sports can I get in? Let's think. I will get back to you. Oh, let me take a breath, ladies and gents. This has been worth staying up for if you are in Europe. We're coming on to 9:30 in the evening. We're watching the home team. And we're here with the home crowd and everybody else, it looks like. Getting on for 200, maybe more people now in the Pala Honda Arena here. Filling up this side. It doesn't look like much maybe on the camera, but believe me, this side is stacked, packed and racked. And the fans of the Azzurri are in full attendance. Smurf winning that face-off, but not being able to go. Oh, the tripping is called. Smurf doing everything he can to win these penalties, but sorry again, shaking his head. He doesn't understand what he needs to do. Smurf doing whatever he can to try and win every advantage that's possible, and getting it. It may be harsh. It may be hard. He may feel he's hard done by, but he's not getting the run of the play, and there's no discussion. It's a done deal. So, as frustrating as it might be, the very best you can hope to do is perhaps maybe persuade the referees to influence the next decision, but that's probably a hope in vain. On current form, the Italians hardly need to worry. They score short-handed, and they have done. Italy 3, USA 1. Just a little over half of the second period left to play. The referee falling down himself. Americans content to take their time. It's going to be hard to find a gap. Italians not wanting to really try and push too hard to scoop up the scraps that they normally have done, which has been so difficult for the Americans to deal with. Slap shot. Pings off and goes round out, at least as far as what would be a blue line if we had the ice in here. Slightly more open game with the in-line having a 4-a-side rather than 5, but we're playing on a nice arena-sized space. Italy gathering the loose puck, not quite, maybe just clearing it. And USA coming for another attack. Another reflection. Deflection. Sorry, folks, it's been a long day for me too, my goodness. But I'm glad I waited for this one. Superb. "21 seconds left in what seems like another harsh penalty against the Italians. Not letting themselves get drawn too far and chasing that, although that seemed to be a good strategy for them. They might want to consider it. The Americans really struggling to find a space. The Italians defending every little corner. Dangerous though. The Americans do have shots. Holding station behind the net. And Italians electing for some fresh legs. And we're back to 4-on-4. Americans not able to capitalize. Oh, dangerous! Floating puck in front. Keeper saves. Keeper covers. The Italians can breathe again. They sit back just for a second on the edge of their seats here. Getting on for 200 people, maybe more, in the arena. Italians, fans, everybody involved now. The staff of the arena are gathering around the glass down on the floor, watching, looking. 8:46 left in the second period. USA 2 goals to hang on. And 3 to make the matchup, the rematchup between their finalists last year, the Czech Republic, who went through earlier on today against a Swiss side that took them all the way. The score in that semi-final, 1-0. The Czechs deservedly earning their reputation as the team that does just enough and no more. A little bit of stick handling can do that. Just disrupted enough. Lindberger wanting to get a little bit of speed together. Dangerous wrist shot from all the way out. Was there a little tip on the way in? It's hard to see. I'm going to have a look at the feed, which is slightly delayed. Did he get a little tip on it? He certainly swung at it. Well, whether he did or he didn't, it goes in the back of the net. 3-2. Italy versus USA. The Italian fans gone a little quiet. Exciting match now. The Americans will really want to press forward. They need to use a bit of momentum if they've got any now. They've got the possession, and the Italians without it. Maybe not looking so threatening and dangerous. They've cut off an awful lot of the American attack, but we know that they can step up and deliver. Yoda pushing towards the net, getting compressed. 3 defenders taking it on. Italian picking up scraps. Here they go. Could be a 2-on-1. This is a pace race. Pressing. No pass on. Trip. Patience. Oh no, he made the pass. He didn't know what to do. It was incredible. USA mop up, and then Italy mop it back up as well. It's end to end. Stick to stick. Possession changing as quickly as the ends. Italy compressing now, taking a shot, deflected, and goes wide and starts to circle around. A little bit of pressure from the American there. The Italians looking for something, but I think the American only just really pushed it some air as the Italian was falling over on his back feet anyway. Buffalino quite happy to come and get involved in the outfield and hold the puck. Now the Americans. We've got a little lightning in their step. Looking to get some pace going. McGrath, 93. There goes Mbega. Feet pumping. But the Duracell Bunny. Brand new batteries in. Could have passed. Didn't do it. Here they go. Italians absorb that attack. And it must make them nervous when they're coming at. When the Americans are coming at them that quickly. And they're perfectly capable of doing the same themselves. But they'll cleverly all get some fresh legs there. They'll need it for the next 5 minutes. Italy 3, USA 2. Work to do, USA. Still got to get another. Will the Italians hold on to it, or will they do what they're best at going forward? Here comes some good passing. Time taken. Big shot. Right to Buffalino's chest, and he falls over as he absorbs it. He's thinking about that one. Taking a minute. He'll have felt that. Smart player. He'll know enough to take a moment, rest, let his players consolidate, make a plan. Jamie Buffalino smartly giving his entire team a little bit of a break and a chance to psychologically put their chips on the right number and see if they can spin up a goal. They've got to get at least another to hang on. Dangerous though, because the Americans can break really quickly. Slap shot, sent way up in the stratosphere, tumbles down, and the Italians gather, luckily. But not quite getting rid in the way that they ought to. What's he going to do? Number 2. From distance, wristed in, gathered again, back at the top, waiting, seeing if he can find a gap, judging how the Italians are moving in defense, didn't see one, frustrated. One of the little bit quicker service back and forth. Another zinger from out. Hoping that it might catch a tip on the way through traffic, but Italians absorb another snake bite. Still got a goal to get, to hang on. They can do it. 3 minutes 33. Italy still leading, 3-2. They'll need to hold possession if they want to take this to the final and meet the Czechs. It'll be the best position they've ever had in the World Cup in their existence. Bit of traffic there. No goal. No penalty. Waved right off straight away. Just bad driving. Oh no! Now he's giving it. Hang on a second. The referee looked absolutely definitive. No goal, then given. Confusion reigns. It did go in and out though, that was clear. From here even, I could see. That was absolutely clear. It goes in and out and the Americans did it. They did what they needed to do. The Italians couldn't hold the possession like they should have done if they wanted to hold on to the last 3 minutes of this game, but they didn't. It was in, it was out. It was a goal, it wasn't. It was a penalty, it isn't. Toughest job in the world being a referee, and I wouldn't do it. Not for any money. But they do, and for very little. What can the Italians do now? The fans absolutely on their feet. The Americans on their feet too. Someone's going to have to do something special here. And if they do, it could be all over. A goal in the next 2.5 minutes would practically be a golden goal. We could call this sudden death. Gruber. Stick handling in the neutral zone. Regione passes it forward. The Italians smartly holding possession. Nothing there. Deflected. Yoda. Looks like he's hurt there a little bit. Certainly felt that. Dangerous. Can you ask for any less luck than the Italians seem to be having? The stick of the Italian attacker just on the tee up. As soon as he pulled the trigger, bust into pieces. Italians in possession, going forward. Look for new legs. 1 minute left. He who scores wins. In this 60 seconds left. Or will we go into a little extra time? Italians want to hold on. Wait till they get the big guns going and on the rink to make their attack run. Cheeky little tip, trying to be cute. Not available the crossing pass, so he leaves it. Going through. Americans trying to get physical. 19 seconds. Regioni waiting, looking. Unleashes, but doesn't happen. 10 seconds. Kenny, clever. 4, 3, 2, and that brings us to what couldn't be a better scoreline for two teams that are so evenly matched and so precisely matched in terms of the way that they play. Just getting some information. There's some confusion over what the actual tournament rules are in terms of this situation. We're pretty sure that there's going to be at least a period of extra time. Well, one vote for 10 minutes of sudden death. One vote for straight into penalties. It was a great match. These two teams equal in pace, equal in pressure, great forecheckers, solid in defense. Penalties could have been the difference there. Maybe Italians a little harshly done by in some cases, but the Americans not able to capitalize on those. The Italians looked very deadly in the first part of the game. And went 2 goals up. Now stands at 3-3. Rob just coming up and confirming with the referee exactly what the situation is. Unfortunately, I don't have the advantage of being able to do that. So, just guessing a little bit. Slightly different for this stage of the semifinals as it would be for regulation play. As soon as it seems obvious, I'll let you know. Americans looking like they're making a good plan. Italy just settled on the bench. Well, there's 5 minutes on the clock. What that 5 minutes means exactly, I'm not sure. My colleagues in front here don't know. Five minutes of sudden death? Any offers? Going, going, gone? Nobody knows. Well, teams are coming back out for a face-off. 5 minutes is on the clock. We're in the semi-final here. Between two evenly balanced, evenly matched, and evenly kitted up teams. USA v Italy. And we are at 3-3 in what appears to be 5 minutes of, I think, the golden goal. Italians getting the possession first, and that's good for them. That's definitely a strength. And where they're at their most dangerous. This is dangerous here. He's been let to sort of come in there, picking up some scraps now. Push from behind a little bit. He's claiming it. He's claiming it. No dice from the refs. Absolutely no dice. Not having it. Americans playing on. They're not having it. Referee's not playing ball. Now there's a whistle. What's happening with the Italian? Is there going to be a discussion about so the captain comes over, referees discuss again. Another finer point of the rules. Committee meetings seemingly deciding this match when it should be open play. Italians are definitely going away feeling like they're a little bit hard done by. The face-off will go to their circle. Still some protests being made. Well, whatever advice and guidance the Italian team were giving the referees from before, it's seemingly had no influence towards the referees, the NLP not coming off. Americans win that face-off. And Limbega coming deep so he can have some space to get the Jets going. There they go, afterburners, legs pumping. The Duracell Bunny in action. Rister tries to get the keeper to commit and then goes up high, but way too high. Puck spinning around behind and comes popping back out to the Yanks as they cross over in the neutral zone and then attack as a 3. Danger, pucked up, right in front, and they did. Now what's going on here? Is that the win? USA win. If it's the golden goal, they're jumping up and down like it is. And then we've got the Italian who is falling down as a result of some pressure, I think, in the corner. The referee got clipped by the stick as he was flying around. USA are celebrating. David Ninzati running out to see the referee. I saw the stick hit the ref. The Americans think the game's over. It is. That's it. We're looking at the results. And the results is that the Americans scored in sudden death. And against the run of play, beat the Italians to go forward and make the rematch. It didn't look like they could. It didn't look like they would. And then doing what they needed to do yet again. The Italians just hanging their heads, so disappointed. Flair and talent and tenacity seemingly not quite enough, needing a little bit of luck, needing a little bit of momentum, and needing a little bit of grit to see their way through the tough stuff. The Americans have it in buckets, and that's why now they're going through to the final to meet Czechs. The final score will read USA 4, Italy 3. A few members of the Azzurri coming up to commiserate and shake the hands of the Americans. Jamie Buffalino standing solitary, sentry at the center spot. Referees just checking out each other, making sure they're okay. There was an Italian player who sort of on his way down after giving it his all to try and defend that last big American push to seal the deal on the 5-minute sudden death. Flew over and as he swung his stick in balance, it clipped the referee and they'd gone down quite quickly, but they seem to be all right. He's having to sit down now. And I think, quite rightly, the American team were dragged back out to make the photograph. And likely the Facebook front page pictures for most of these players now. That was such a tough and close match all the way through. Moments of brilliance. Rising and falling left and right. Great attacking pace from both teams, and each team very precisely representing their best talents. Tape-to-tape passing of the Italians. Smith not really quite getting the idea of which way the flag goes. Perhaps he could just look down himself. Google it, Smurf. You'll see a few of them. What a great match. Thanks everyone for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. I'm exhausted. I mean, I was exhausted to start with in the heat of this grinding tournament. But well worth staying up for this. Tomorrow, we are back with X1 Multimedia, Zone Multimedia, XONE on YouTube live. And we'll hopefully put together a really good package of streaming interviews. If I can put it together, we'll get the graphics up, and we'll try and put on the very best show for the wider audience of friends and family and fans right the way around the world. France and Canada playing in the low final. Slovenia and GB up first thing tomorrow morning. Runners up. And now I come over to my board and move Team USA into the final with the Czech Republic. And Italy will face Switzerland to determine the bronze and the fourth place. Tomorrow morning, when I get a full set of results, I'll go right round the grounds and tell you everything that you need to know about all of the Veterans Championships, who will not be forgotten. Some of their matches are coming over here to be played tomorrow, and I'll try and cover those as well too, if my voice holds out. I've got some Golia Herbs Limone to try and settle me down, and I'm going to go and take some good friends' recommendations and have some other medicines currently, and celebrate with everyone here after watching an outstanding match of hockey. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's been my pleasure, and I'll see you all tomorrow on X1 Multimedia. I'm on Facebook. Join me, Peter Wirtz, and on Twitter at Pete Wirt at Eye on Inline. I could barely keep my eye on the puck today. It was end to end. I loved it. See you tomorrow, folks.